Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight, we're here for the OP Racing Super Speedway Series, as they are at Daytona International Speedway. And on the mic with me tonight is none other than my good buddy, and, well, hopefully he's done choking on his chicken wing. That is none other than Dave Worrell. Dave, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, KR, man. Chicken's good down here in the fan zone. You should come check it out. Luke Combs down here performing this weekend for the guys. Gonna be a heck of a race tonight. Glad to be back on track. Well, not on track, at the track and in the booth with you.
Well, glad to have you here. We are looking at the final 50 seconds of practice here, and we're going to kick over into qualifying. Thank you very much for joining us once again here on Turn 3 Racing Network. These guys at OP Racing Super Speedway Series, very excited to bring you what will be another exciting race. And Dave, we talk about week in, week out. These guys always put on a heck of a show. But tonight, Rod Flagg is our points leader by 42 points over the Kenneth McCullough Jr. machine. And right now, Rod Flagg hasn't really even turned a lap of practice. And I am not seeing Kenneth McCullough out there just yet. So these guys running close on time here who are in this points battle.
And definitely going to mix up the points just a little bit if these guys don't make it out there. As you said, Rod Flagg hasn't even turned a lap. He is here at the track, though. Do not see McCullough here, so that's definitely going to shake up the points. But they should be able to maintain it with the lead that they already have.
All right, guys, so we're getting ready to move over into qualifying here tonight. And we have a 10-minute qualifying session, so while these drivers getting up to speed, well, heck, let's go and take a look at who is rolling out on the track right now. None other than the 04 of Mark Mann. Mark out there in his Batman, the Batmobile. And, well, Dave, you want to shot at that thing and see, have you reached out to him? Is he going to let you have that paint?
Now, I haven't reached out to him just yet. I'm in the works with a new X-Men paint scheme for actually OP Racing's K&N series on Saturday nights. So, gonna do a little bit of rivalry there. He can have DC stuff, and I'll rock the Marvel.
There you go. That'll look good. X-Men, huh?
Yeah, man, big fan of them. Big fan of them, especially the chicks.
Okay. All right, well, now that Mark Mann is getting up to speed and we now know where Dave stands on the Marvel X-Men side of things, Les Levy in the 62, he has a new sponsor. Always about going fast. Sometimes that includes in the bathroom. He is running a new sponsor helping to raise awareness for those who are slow in the bathroom. The 62 machine, Les Levy. Oh man, good old press release as he does on a weekly basis for his Monday night stuff. And well, the gentle glide tip from the Fleet Laboratories. What more can we say?
Somebody may definitely end up butthurt at the end of this thing.
Yeah, butthurt. That's yeah, right. Derek Conley in the 28 machine. Right now, he is on the pole. He's going to move into second place as Alex Green in that 15 speed perks. Going to find a way to be on top of the charts right now. These drivers all turning their first lap under the clock along the wall. Then they all drop down to the yellow line. That is when it all counts. All the marbles hang out and everything else kind of hangs out here in OP Racing Super Speedway Series. Yes. Oh, looks like Derek Conley going to jump to the top of the charts. He is now on the pole position once again. Alex Green rolling across the line, and Alex is going to be in 6th place. Mark Mann in the 04 moving into second. Josh Milam is third. And then Les Levy moves up into second. Milam drops down to fifth just as fast as we were talking about it. The 12 machine of Tristan Walker, we're watching him now out on track. And Dave, anybody that you're seeing out there turning a really good lap time?
Well, the 39 of Jacob Sayers working himself down the backstretch on his second lap, slotted in 11th on his first one. Not quite hugging the yellow line like I would anticipate, so not quite sure he's going to have anything for those top 2 or 3 up there.
Well, we are here at Daytona. This is the Monday Night Super Speedway Series. This is the main league. This is the majors. This is the top dogs. If you're interested in getting broadcasted on Monday night right here on Turn 3 Racing Network, got to hit up OP Racing Super Speedway Series and join them in the feeders that they have that runs on Wednesday night and Saturday night. Those are broadcasted in-house by OP Racing as well. They just started that up in partnership with Turn 3. You can find this league under the iRacing tabs underneath OP Racing Super Speedway League, I believe, and or feeder series. They run the trucks on Wednesday night and run the K&N series on Saturday night. It was a good time.
Yeah, these guys out here, man, impressed me so much. I wanted some of the action, so I went ahead and hit them up and joined up for Saturday nights, and that Saturday didn't go too well for me, but we're looking to get back on track this weekend with the rest of the guys. Hunter Reynolds right now slotted in 17th, second lap. Not sure he has anything for him though, man. Not looking too fast out there.
Hunter Reynolds, part of the Fuel Sim Racing table. Now he finds himself wired in qualifying lineup. Across the line he goes, scored in 18th, and he is going to jump all the way up to third. Good second lap by Hunter Reynolds in that powder blue and white 26 machine. Now we're watching the 95 Miller Lite machine of James Mayer. James comes into tonight 4th place in points, only 68 points out of the lead. Now keep in mind, Rod Flagg has a 42-point lead over the rest of the field, so Rod Flagg doing an excellent job this season. But from Rod Flagg, or I should say if we exclude Rod Flagg, Kenneth McCullough has a 9-point lead over Anthony English, who finds himself in 3rd, and then James Mayer sitting in 4th is only 17 points behind English, but Travis Elliott is only 7 points behind him. This points battle is very close all the way through the top 8.
Yes, it is, and it's going to get even closer after tonight with McCullough not making it to the track. I haven't seen him just yet, so I'm not believing he's going to make it, so that's going to tighten things up even more up there at the front, back of this little scramble for the championship, for the chase here, is starting to get pretty heated.
James Mayer rolling across for his lap. We got just about 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in qualifying. John McCarrick in the 52 machine. Right now he has scored in 19th. He's going to cross the line on his fast lap. He's going to go from 19th up to 12th place, so a good little jump for the rookie there. McCarrick shuts it down. So while these guys finish up qualifying, we're going to step away and play our national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are starting to take to the grid here at Daytona International Speedway. Race being brought to you by the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you're interested in getting a race broadcasted by us, go ahead and hit us up on Facebook. Link is provided down below in the broadcast description. So, that being said, it's time to go through our starting lineup. Row number 1, Rod Flag in the 23 machine. No stranger to the pole position here this season. In fact, I believe he has more poles than anyone else so far this season. On his outside, Derek Conley in the 28 machine. Row number 2, James Mayer in the 95 and Hunter Reynolds in the 26. Row 3 will be Rick Sebrands in the 4 and Les Levy in the 62. Row 4 will be the 84 of Aspen Belvin and the 04 of Mark Mann. Row 5 will be Tristan Walker in the 12 machine and Robert Duvendak in the 10.
Starting inside row number 6 will be the 7 of Josh Milam, followed by the 07 of Scott Bellum. Row number 7, the 52 of Sean McCarrick, the 40 of Anthony English. Row number 8, the 35 of Douglas Rice, followed by the 77 of David Booth. Row number 9, the 39 of Jacob Sayers, followed by the 116 of Mike Schultz. Row number 10, the 15 of Alex Green, and the 02 of David Overstreet.
Row 11 will be the 11 of Chase Swery and the 51 of Travis Elliott. And then row 12 will be made up of the 2 machine of David McCullough, and then Will Weber will be our race control admin tonight. I want to give a special shout out and thank you to Will Weber and the efforts, time dedicated to doing this as well. So that is our starting lineup here tonight. Drivers already on the backstretch. Lights have gone out on the pace car. That can only mean two things. Ford Mustang probably means it's quit working. Or we're gonna go green next time by. I'm not sure which. See, I don't know.
Hopefully we're going green because I'm getting a little bit antsy over here.
I am antsy. Ready to go racing. Beautiful night here in Daytona. If serves me right, this is just about 2.5 mile track. 4 turns, 36 feet above sea level, 104-degree track temperature. Lights are out on the pace car. It is making its way down pit road. Rod Flag in control of this field. Green flag is out. We are underway for 100 laps, 250 miles here at Daytona, and everyone gets up to speed very quickly. No one making too many drastic moves just yet. This is 3 stages here tonight. Stage 1 will end on lap 25 when they cross the start-finish line. Should a caution overlap that, we'll have to wait for race control to determine who the stage winner is. Until then, we're going to have spectacular racing leading up to that, and Rod Flag in the 23 machine already jumping out to an early lead. He has James Mayer in the 95 on his back bumper, giving him a good shove, and Rod Flag going to lead the first lap here tonight. The 26, Hunter Reynolds pushing for all he is worth on Derek Conley in the 28. So far, the outside lane really hasn't gotten the momentum and speed built up just yet.
Without all of the McCulloughs being in the race tonight, I wonder if we're going to see much of the 3 wide. I know that's their favorite line out there, high, wide, and handsome. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit more 2 wide tonight as that outside line starting to edge the inside lane of Rod Flag. Falling back a little now out on the exit of turn 4 here, coming back to the front stretch.
Flag hugging that yellow line, doing a good job right where he wants to be. Derek Conley in the 28 in that upper lane for the moment, kind of in the middle line. We might see 3 lanes open up here as things draw to a close in either the stages or the race end. But for the moment, everyone's staying single file, and that is serving well for Rod Flag in the 23.
The entire field is within 1.5 seconds of each other here. Nobody letting out just yet. Nobody playing it safe, really. They got a little bit of gaps, but they're still hammered down here. Only on lap 3, coming to take lap 4 of 100 here tonight. These guys, and I'm telling you, they're going to put on a show tonight, KR.
Oh, they do that every night. Right now we're on board with the 23 of Rod Flag. Looking out the back at this entire field. Everyone running, as you mentioned, within 1.5 seconds of each other. Field already on the backstretch. Lap number 4 underway. And Derek Conley in the 28. Running as hard as he can in that outer lane. Finally starting to show some momentum down the straightaway. He's going to lose that momentum through the corner though. But once again, once they hit that straightaway, they're going to start chugging right along.
When you seen that 95 of James Mayer kind of get a little bit separated there from Rod Flag in that 23, that allowed Hunter Reynolds to get back to the bumper of Derek Connolly and give him the push to almost clear. Inside line starting to come back as they're starting to get a little closer and build that energy back up.
Field down the backstretch so far clean and smooth side by side. We're going to go on board with the 04 of Mark Mann. He is tucked in behind the 62 of Les Levy. Les from the Last Lap Motorsports stable.
Is that Ricky Bobby?
That'd be Ricky Bobby on his back bumper. The Ricky Bobby Foundation for those who want to go fast. I am a student of that foundation. I I tried to pay attention, but failed. Tom Cruise used black magic, and I got kicked. Rick Seabrand's in the fourth. Third car on the inside line. Last season champion. Aspen Belvin in the 84, our first season champion. Two champions running nose to tail with each other. Both up front here tonight. Aspen trying a different strategy. He has been one of the drivers that has been trying to ride around in the back of the pack. That has not gone well for him so far this season, as he is really struggling. Aspen so far is all the way down into 28th spot in the points standing. So a dismal season for the 84. Halfway through the season, he's decided he's going to change up his strategy. He's going to go with what he knows works. He is back up front very early in this race, and we got a third lane starting to form right now.
Yes, we do, and look who is the pusher in that lane. The two of, I believe that is David McCullough out there. Didn't take one of the McCullough guys to very long, 7 laps? Take it out there.
David McCullough started 23rd, already up into 10th place, utilizing that third lane, and now he is pushing the 51 of Travis Elliott as hard as he can, and they're going to make a run for the lead down the backstretch here.
Big push all the way from the back of the pack, from the 2 on the 51. Motoring by now, I'm not sure they're going to be able to clear with just them two. They're probably going to stall out a little bit here in turns 3 and 4. Derek Connolly and Rod Flag keeping their lines pointed straight, keeping that energy built up. There you see the 51 and David McCullough now falling back just a little bit. Going to be interesting to see if Mark Mann wants to jump out there and try to go 3 wide with him, 3 rows deep. Looks like the 15 starting to come up to the outside into the wall a little bit there. Still 3 wide with the 7 and the 12 with Tristan Walker.
Ali Screen in the 15 did scrape the wall just a little bit there, slowed him up a hair, but he didn't lift. He stays with it. He is trying to close the gap to the bumper of the 2 machine. No one has jumped up in the third lane yet, so Alex Green in the 15 really with a good run, as he now is to the back bumper of the 2 of David McCullough. Meanwhile, Rod Flag on the inside this entire race in the 23 machine. He has not given up that yellow line. Derek Conley in the 28 has been stuck to Rod Flag's outside door. That middle lane now, trying to get a little bit of racing room. We are 3 wide here and have been for the last 3 laps.
It looks like the 62 of Les Levy didn't really want any part of it, as he's leaving a pretty big gap on that middle lane. That's definitely hurting Derek Connolly and Hunter Reynolds, as well as Rick Seabrand's up there. That's hurting their momentum to get up there and challenge Rod Flag for that lead. So, not sure if they're really wanting to do this 3 wide racing back there just yet.
We're on board with the 4 of Rick Seabrams as he is in this middle lane. Gyro cam showing just how much this banking is at Daytona. Really throws these cars into the corner, pushes pressure down on the tires, gives it all kinds of grip. This A-Car's aero package really has a very nice craft package on it, as Derek Conley in the 28 is going to slide down in front of Rod Flag. And for the time being, we have a new car leading the charge on the inside line.
And I think a product of that actually was that third lane coming down, filling the gaps on the second lane. That gave Derek Connolly the push that he needed to finally clear that 23 with Rod Flag, and he's going to take over the front spot, try to keep it down there on that yellow line, keep Hunter Reynolds on the outside and from passing.
Onto the Daytona backstretch we go. Still looking at a little bit of 3 wide. Now Alex Green going to tuck in behind the 4 of Rick Seabrands. Back to 2 wide we go. Drivers now starting to think about fuel strategy here. We're on lap 12, gonna complete lap 12. Fuel runs anywhere from 17 to 20 laps, depending on how much fuel saving you can do. But we will start seeing these guys set up for green flag pit stops here. So maybe that 3 wide lane is gonna start settling down for the moment as drivers start to position themselves. Ooh, we got one in the wall. That's the 52 machine of Sean McCarrick, as he is going to go for a spin on the backstretch. Heavy damage on the 52. Grabs a gear and gets rolling. But Sean McCarrick in the 52 machine got turned into the outside wall. As we go to our replay here, let's figure out what happened. Looked like Mike Schultz got loose coming off the corner, trying to catch the car, tags the 52 machine. That sends Sean McCarrick around with some heavy damage. Scott Bellum in the 07 took some evasive action, minimal contact for Bellum. The 77 of Booth got a little bit of piece there, but the 52 definitely felt the brunt of that impact.
Yeah, and he took that tap. Just a little tap is all it was, really, not that hard of contact, just in the wrong spot. And just, that's all she wrote. When it gets that sideways, there ain't no saving it.
All right, so we are under our first caution of the night. I expect to see everyone coming down pit road for tires and fuel. Eric Conley in the 28 was scored as the race leader. Caution flag flew. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds found a way to be in second place. Here they come, everyone making their way down to pit road. Conley leading the charge, and Dave, we're already setting up for a heck of a shootout to the end of stage 1.
Yes, we are. What's going to make it even more interesting, who's going to play some strategy here? Maybe just top off to make it to the end of the stage. 2 tires and one can. Who's going to get 4 tires and stay out at the end of the stage? Make their pit stop for stage 2 earlier.
Conley overshot his pit box a little bit. That is going to allow the 23 of Rod Flagg to win the race off of pit road. Hunter Reynolds came in second, leaves in second. Conley falls to third. Everyone else looks like they are holding their positions and get rolling. We got one up into the wall there as he came off of pit road. That is the 15 of Alex Green. A little bit of an issue for Alex there. Trying to leave pit road, grabbed a gear, cold tires. No contact made, but the 15, a little bit of stink in his eye there.
I don't think it's just in his eye there, KO.
Yeah. There's some other things I could have said, and that seemed like the nicest thing. But we've all been there. We've all been there. Been a little excited, grab a gear, put the foot down, and she breaks loose.
Yeah, I've done it quite often. Actually, I did it earlier today in New Hampshire, so very familiar with it. But no, he's not going to have to stop by the 62's pit later and
get an
grab
enema.
one of those products from him. Yeah, he's good to go after that.
He's going to need a power washer. His seat's full, and not of him. Well, as I like to do, we're going to do a spotlight here real quick. The 04 machine. Mark Mann finds himself in 6th place. Mark Mann has a little bit of a following. Always has some family members watching, including his brother Matthew Mann, upstate New York super trooper. So as I like to do, Mark, Matt, this one's for you guys. Matt, thank you so much. Mark, appreciate it. That's getting cold.
But it didn't go push.
No, it didn't. Yeah, I've been looking for a can of Busch that does that. Everyone I open doesn't.
Yeah, I don't seem to have that problem. So I just like the sound of a Coca-Cola opening up. Nothing better than it. Well, until you put the jack in it, then it's a lot better.
Whoops.
Spilled it.
All right, we are under our first caution of the night. Stage number 1 will end when they cross the start-finish line on lap 5. As Rod Flag coming down pit road here, unscheduled. Don't know if he's got something up his sleeve here, but the 23 hitting pit road, that's going to put him at the tail end of this line. A couple other drivers hitting pit road as well with him. I say that, but I think it is only Rod Flag, Anthony English, and Robert Dubendak who have hit pit road. Mike Schultz in the 116 also joining them, so a little bit of top off. So maybe these guys are going to try and stay out when the stage ends.
Yeah, I think that's what. I mean, I think you've got no other choice, because even if you come in, you're still back on the same strategy as the guys in front of you, and this way you can stay out, run a little bit shorter in the beginning of stage 2, pit a little bit early with these guys behind you right here, and possibly make up enough time being grouped up on that lead pack to pass them and finish well at the end of stage 2.
Interesting strategy call. Interesting. I kind of want to see how this is going to work out for them, because if you don't come in at the end of stage 1, you've given up. You possibly have given up a shot at winning stage 1 or getting stage points. But you've set yourself up in a different strategy for stage 2, so this is interesting. And I want to see how this plays out. I like it. It's different. It's not wrong by any means. A little change of pace, but it's different. So Hunter Reynolds in the 26 though. He's going to get the green flag. He's going to get into the gearbox. A little bit of a tire spin from the 26. Eric Conley going to take advantage of that, but Conley does not have anyone on his back bumper. That gap is going to stay there. And Hunter Reynolds in the 26 getting a run now through the bottom of 1 and 2 with the 4 of Rick Seabrams right on his back bumper.
The 95 of James Mayer also finally getting to the rear bumper of the 28 of Derek Connolly, now giving him a massive push going into turn 3, almost clearing that inside line, headed by Hunter Reynolds, not able to quite get there just yet. That outside line starting to prove strong once again.
We got a little bit of a breakup here as the caution flag flies. We got one car facing the wrong way. That is the 39 of Jacob. Got him, Sayers. As the caution comes out before we can even complete one lap on this restart. Go to our replay here, figure out what happened to the 39. He's already sideways, catching it up the track, hard into the wall on the outside, kissing it with his bumper. That's going to be some heavy damage on the 39. Fortunately, I don't think his car is smoking other than from tire smoke. Take one more look at it here. We did have a bit of separation from the lead pack here. It looks like the 15 also got involved. That's why the 39 was sideways. We're going to take another look. Try and back this up a little bit further to get a full view of what happened here. The 39 and the 15. The 15 just washes up into the 39.
Yeah, it looked like he just got a little bit loose down there on that inside lane for whatever reason. Car just drifted up there, made some contact, and that's kind of all she wrote from there.
Hero 2 at David Overstreet also getting a little of that incident.
Now, CKR, what I think this caution does, though, I don't think it actually hurts Rod Flag and those other drivers that pitted again there at the end of our first caution. I think this actually helps their cause. They're saving a little bit more fuel right now under these caution laps. That's going to allow them to run even further into stage 2 before needing to stop. So I don't know, it may work out, man. This may help them.
Well, Rod Flag back on pit road, getting some tires and fuel. So this might be Rod Flag. Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm not a crew chief. I'm not calling the shots. Really don't know what Rod has up his sleeve. He is our points leader. He knows what he is about. I'm just not 100% sure on this strategy now that he's come back down pit road a second time here.
I don't think coming down would hurt him that much more. I mean, he's just building that lap differential even more here, so kind of padding that, if you will. So I mean, I don't listen to my crew chief half the time anyway. So, and I'm usually wrong, so I would say whatever the crew chief says to do, that's what you should do, but I just don't know. I think I would have stayed out there.
I'll tell you, I'd rather be out front. I'd rather be in Derek Conley's shoe, leading this thing. Got nothing in front of him but the pace car. Let's see if we can't get a quick word in with the driver of the 28 machine, the flagship car for the moment for the Fuel Sim Racing team. Derek, you got your ears on, bud?
Hey, Gary, how's it going?
It's going just fine. That 28 has a teammate behind you in the 26, but tell us a little bit about this stage 1 so far, and what is it going to take to win this thing?
It's going to just take a lot of just me picking the correct line to start this next green flag drop. Probably going to choose the outside line because just looking between the two, I know James Mayer can push like crazy, but I know Rick Seabrands, he's going to want to go to the front, and so if you're the car that's in front of him, he has no real choice but to take you there. So that's going to be my game plan, and you know, I'm just not going to lift because I'm out front, and we're going to see what happens.
Well, the 28 has been up front so far. Good qualifying run. Put yourself in second place on the qualifying charts. Right now you're leading this thing. What's the communication like between you and your teammate in the 26?
Our plan is, since we're starting inside, outside, front row, we're just going to have probably 3 laps to race this out. We're just going to race it out as hard as we can, cleanly with each other, and see what happens.
All right, Derek, before we drop you back down, any shout outs or thank yous?
Absolutely. I want to thank you all for broadcasting and sticking with us every single Monday night. I want to thank the admins for hosting this and putting this on and starting this great league. We've had nothing but fun for the last year, and it's been about a year and a month since we started this league, or they started this league, and it's been nothing but fun. And of course, I want to thank my teammates of FSR. That's Hunter Reynolds and Josh Milam.
All right, and one more thing, Derek. You have taken over broadcasting the feeder series on the OP Racing Network, I believe is what it's called. You are the broadcaster for the Wednesday and Saturday nights. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's been fun. It's a learning experience. I never once thought that I would be broadcasting races, and we were just trying to think of something to give back to our truck series and throwback series drivers, and that was just something I kind of pitched out there, and everybody loved the idea, so we just made it a thing. And with the help of you and everybody at Turn 3, you know, just kind of helping give us pointers and tips and everything, it's it's became a real thing, and it's something real fun. I'm trying to pull up a different driver every night with me in the booth, just to give everybody the experience of being in the booth, and it's a blast.
All right, well, Derek, nice job on starting that. Good luck in the rest of stage number 1. Hopefully you pull off the win.
Appreciate it.
Is Derek Conley, driver of the Fuel Sim Racing 28 machine. Didn't catch all of that. He is doing the broadcasts on Wednesday and Saturday night for the feeder series. Got to run in the feeder series if you want to be here on Monday night. Like he said, he just wanted to give some love to these guys. I'm working very closely with Derek on the broadcast of those. In fact, the opening broadcast we did, I got to be in the booth with him. Great job. But here we go. Green flag is out. Time to go racing once again as we are drawing stage number 1 to a close. And Derek wasting no time getting out front.
Wasting no time getting out front, but the pack is going to come back to him. That rubber band effect is going to take into effect. Derek Connolly chooses the bottom lane in front of his teammate, the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. That's going to allow the 4 and the 04 of Rick Seabrands and Mark Mann to gain a little bit of time. There's David McCullough right on the rear bumper of Mark Mann, trying to get that outside lane up there. Can Rick Seabrands do anything with it with 1 to 2 laps left, I believe, here till the end of this stage?
Rick Seabrands, Mark Mann, 2 cars in the outside lane that you really got to keep an eye on. Ooh, a little bit of wiggle from the 12 of Trishan Walker. Gathers it back in, but that is going to break the momentum of that inside lane. However, the 4 and 04 staying true and strong as long as they got the 3 cars there, including the 2 of David McCullough. That is going to be the lane to watch. We are in the last lap of stage number 1. Derek Conley on the inside with his teammate Hunter Reynolds right behind him. James Mayer in the 95. He's right there as well. So it is a 6-car breakaway. Not much of a breakaway, but it is there. Coming on to the front stretch. Who's it gonna be at the line? It looks like Rick Seabrand starting to build some momentum, and he is gonna cross the start-finish line as the leader, and he did it by about a tire width over Derek Conley.
Heck of a job by the 4 of Rick Seabrands and the 04 of Mark Mann to get that push. They're coming off of 4, aided by the 2 car of David McCullough, able to push by, as you said, just barely at the line, getting the stage win. Man, that was exciting.
Stage number 1 in the books, and the 4 Rick Seabrands showing why he is someone to be feared on the Super Speedway Series. Derek Conley comes up about 3 feet short for the stage win, but putting himself in 2nd place, getting some good stage points there. Conley really in need of those points here as well. He has had a rough season. Finds himself all the way back into 11th place coming into tonight's event. Field catching up to the back of the pace car. We'll let these drivers hit pit road. Try and get a word in with Rick. But Dave, stage 1 done and over with. Had 2 cautions in stage number 1.
Yeah, these drivers not disappointing. A little bit of 3 wide action here and there throughout stage 1. Great side-by-side action. Great last 2 laps to end the stage. Looking forward to some more side-by-side 3 wide action. We make our way throughout this race here tonight. Turn 3 Racing Network. Man, I mean, it's a blessing. It's a joy. It's a pleasure to be up here in the booth.
All right, everyone hitting pit road this time. Seabrands leading the charge. Now it's time to see if that strategy that the 23 using, how that is going to work out. stays out on track. So does the 116 of Mike Schultz. 02 at David Overstreet as well. Race off of pit road. Going to be won by the 28 of Derek Conley. Rick Sebrands. Ooh, is the 7 of Josh Milam is going to go around. Josh Milam didn't hit anything there. Let's see if we can't get a quick word in with Alliance Motorsports driver in the 4 machine, Rick Sebrands. Rick, you got your ears on, buddy?
7-4, loud and clear.
Well, that 4 machine finally led a little bit in stage number 1, and it was the final probably 50 feet. Tell us a little bit about that stage.
Yeah, that was just a good push by my Alliance Motorsports teammate there, Mark Band. That was a tremendous job up high. It's no small task to help push 100 down low, man. He's a great pusher also. And, yeah, that was all him there pushing hard.
Well, the 4 picks up a stage win here tonight. You come off pit road a little deep in the field right now. Something happened on your pit stop, or did you just take a little longer than everyone, make sure your fenders were straight?
It's just real hot, slick, and greasy out here right now. We had that last restart, we actually spun our tires just a little bit there, so we figured this would probably be a good opportunity for us to make sure we topped off, and we got that tear off, cleaned off any debris on the grill, because we seem to be getting pretty hot out there too. And just go ahead and put 4 fresh ones on there, and maybe see if we can't get some more stage points with this grip here in this second stage.
All right, man. Well, nice job on picking up stage win number 1 here tonight. Good luck in stage number 2. Any shout outs or thank yous before we send you back down?
Yeah, just got to thank OP, everything those guys do, everything you guys are doing up in the booth, and all the fans watching, along with my Alliance Motorsports teammates. And we look forward to the rest of this race.
That is Rick Sebrands, driver of the 4 machine, representing Alliance Motorsports by getting them a stage win. It can go a long way for Rick, who finds himself pretty far down in the point standings. He's missed 2 races. Now, there are drop weeks factored in to OP Racing Super Speedway Series, and Rick missing the first, or I shouldn't say the first, but has missed 2 races so far this season. So that does add into why he is so far down in the points. But when the drop weeks start getting factored in, I feel we're going to find that 4 machine right up front with everyone else.
Yeah, each and every week that I've seen Rick Sebrands out there on track, he always seems to find himself running up there in the pack, in the front of the pack, I should say. A little bit behind right now, just getting those 4 fresh tires. Looks like most people took 2 and filled up. Rick took the time to go ahead and make sure the fenders are straight, as he said. But KR, something I'm a little bit worried for that 23 now. Looks like the help that he had that stayed out elected to go down pit road. Now he's up front, oldest tires in the field, the least amount of gas, so he's going to have to hope some people play buddy with him and come to pit road when he needs to come to pit road. Otherwise, it could spell disaster, and his strategy could really take a toll on his race.
That 23 has a lucky horseshoe. I have a feeling that as soon as he hits pit road, somehow, some way, caution is going to come out for him, and it's going to work into his favor.
See, the other thing I forgot to mention, that changes everything. That's that caution flag. It comes out at any point. I think in the next 5 or 6 laps under green flag, I think the rest of the field would pit, because that should buy them into their window with their fuel. So possibly could help them if there's a caution, but I mean, that's a big risk to take.
All right, Rod Flag in the 23, choosing the inside lane for this restart. Did not pit under the stage-ending caution. little less fuel than everyone else out there. How is this going to play out? What is going to happen here? Our row one is exactly the same as it was for the start of the race. Rod Flag on the inside, Derek Conley on the outside. However, row number two, a little mixed up. The 04 Mark Mann and the 26 Hunter Reynolds. Here we go. Green flag is out once again. Stage number 2 underway as Rod Flag gets a good restart. He's going to have some help from the 04 Mark Mann. Derek Conley got caught napping, and he is losing ground quickly.
Outside lane just did not go on the restart. That allowed the 23 of Rod Flag to get a good lead. Gonna rubber band back to the lead just a little here, but with only 2 cars out there in that outside lane. Now Tristan Walker in the 12 looking outside now to make it 3 cars to 7. Slowly closing in the distance to help that outside lane's cause. Derek Connolly still holding strong out there, second position.
Side by side, these drivers are getting it on. Derek Conley able to lead that lap.
Looking back through the field, KR, looks like most of the field is single file besides, I believe that is the 11 and the 51 out there trying to make the charge by Rick Seabrands now going down the back stretch. So it looks like some of these guys just hanging out right now. Those leaders, not just hanging out. They're hanging it all out.
Well, I've been having, I don't know what's going on with my internet. I keep trying stuff, not liking it. I don't know what's going on. Really kind of annoying. Gonna have to put in a call to my internet service provider and say, hey, this is unacceptable. I pay too much money to have this happening. For those of you that are watching, I apologize. Please bear with me as we try and get through this. Hopefully things will clear up for us. But until then, we're gonna just keep calling the race as if nothing is happening. And Dave, so far, these guys are doing exactly as they do week in and week out. They put on a heck of a show.
Yes, they do. And there is that 11 and 51 coming up the outside. Chase Berry and Travis Elliott making a run for the lead. Hunter Reynolds in that middle lane. Skirted out to the lead for just a second. Now Derek Connolly on the bottom with a push from Rod Flag, taking it back. Tristan Walker makes a big move to jump in that outside third lane in front of Chase Berry. Looks like he's going to try to clear Hunter Reynolds here, entering 3, not able to do it. Outside lane fading back just a little as Hunter Reynolds and Josh Milam making a push towards the front now. Big push off of 4 side by side with Derek Connolly for the lead.
Three wide through the tri-oval. These guys all getting after it. Case Swery in the 11-second car in that third lane. Trying to make something happen. They're going to lose a little bit of momentum as the outside lane starts to break up a bit. And they're going to rubber band back together here. We might see that 12 out front before too much longer.
And I believe it's the 51. And Travis Elliott can time his run correctly with Aspen Belvin helping him out here. Just as I say that, the 11 of Chase Berry goes down to the middle lane. That's going to slow up the momentum of that outside lane. I was going to say, they time it right, they'll get the run. I promise you, that third lane has just crazy light speed, man, on corner exit. Still,
go ahead.
Okay, still side by side for the lead. Derek Connolly and Hunter Reynolds. 7. Josh Milam still in the middle lane, second row there. They're just not able to get the push quite done yet. Now 3 wide, 4 rows deep. Coming to the lead is the 12 of Tristan Walker.
Christian Walker in that blue and white 12 machine leading the charge on the outside lane. The 51 of Travis Elliott right behind him. We're 4 deep, 3 wide. These drivers really getting after it here in stage number 2, wasting no time. This stage will end on lap 50. You'd think we're coming to the end of the race the way this looks, but so far these guys are finding some space, finding some room to run.
Absolutely amazes me that these drivers are able to keep it up around the 200-mile-an-hour mark, so close, feet away, if not inches, at times, and maintain the speed and momentum that they do to get around this high bank, high speed track here at Daytona International Super Speedway.
Derek Conley in the 28 on the inside lane, leading the charge in front of the 23 of Rod Flag. Rod Flag, who is going to have to hit pit road a little bit sooner than anyone else here. See how this plays out for the 23. Was our points leader coming into tonight's race. Now that outside lane only consists of 2 cars, 12 and the 51. And it looks like the 7 of Josh Milam, thought he was gonna move up to that 3rd lane, but he's gonna lead the charge in the middle lane still. Got Bellum in the 07 tucked in right behind him.
Looking back just a little further in the pack, outside of the top 15 right now, your stage 1 winner, Rick Sebring's just kind of motoring around back there behind Douglas Rice, not really worried about going anywhere. It doesn't look like at this point in time. So all the action up front, amazing. 3 wide off of 4 once again. Battle for the lead. Will Josh Milam take it at the line, or will Hunter Reynolds get it? Yes, he does. That lap goes to the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Once again, down there on that inside lane with the help of the 28, Derek Connolly. Tristan Walker still trying to make that outside lane work off of turn 2. Losing a little bit of ground now.
Three wide we stay through turns 3 and 4. These drivers, all of them, know what is on the line. The season is just past the halfway in the regular season. Oh, we got cars in trouble here. Big stack up in the front of the pack. Several cars going through the grass and around. A lot of smoke being thrown up. The 04 Mark Mann involved. Scott Bellum involved. Man, oh man, got to the tri-oval and it all went wrong. Let's check our replay, figure out what happened here. It looked like the 7 of Josh Milam squeezed the 12 into the wall, and then everything went wrong from there. Big issues for several of our front runners. Take one more look at this. As you can see, everyone just going through the tri-oval with nowhere to go, full head of steam. It does look like everyone gets rolling again. Several of these cars heavily torn up, fast repairs will be used.
Yeah, just the slightest miscalculation, and well, you see the result there. A lot of torn up race cars. Not sure we're going to see a lot of hammers being swung down there. I think they're just pulling the backups out for a lot of the guys. Someone that is very glad, I think, in my opinion, to see this caution flag. Maybe not all those torn up race cars. This caution flag. The 23 of Rod Flag now finds himself in 3rd position, able to pit with the rest of the field here to get back on the fuel cycle with those guys. So maybe the strategy worked out a little bit, got him some track position.
I told you that 23's got a lucky horseshoe jammed somewhere on that race car.
Does he need to go to Les Levy's pit?
No, I don't think he's being slow. But I will say that Derek Conley is going to stay out. I was doing some math real quick. Conley might have just enough fuel with this caution to get to the end of the stage, but it is going to be very close.
Are you thinking we're going to have a repeat of last week? Someone trying to stay out, stretch it that far, and possibly running out again?
Well, why not? Conley is in a desperate need for points. Stage points go a long way. So let's say you win the stage 2, pick up the stage points for winning that stage. Then you have 50 laps to recover from that situation. If I'm Derek Conley, if I have some faith in my equipment, my abilities, I think it's a good move for him in the situation, knowing what points he has, how far back in the points he is, what kind of ground he needs to make up. Man, that is a big gamble. It's kind of a high risk, high reward situation.
It looks like there's a couple other crew chiefs out there. Crew chief for the 26 of Hunter Reynolds, the 10 of Robert Duvendak, and Anthony English all electing to stay out on track. So got about, well, don't have about, it is 4 drivers trying that strategy.
Conley running below the apron through the corners, trying to make the track as short as possible. Up as little fuel as possible. On board the 40 machine of Anthony English. I don't know. Man, we have seen some bold strategy moves here. The one who has come out looking like a rose so far is the 23 of Rod Flagg. Even though he made a pit stop, he is going to restart in 5th place. He will have more than enough fuel to get to the end of the stage. Got 2 tires, 2 new tires on that thing. Ooh. Man, these guys really like to change it up some. I mean, they have all come up new ways to throw some curveballs out there in the strategy. Ooh, man, if I had a pencil right now, it'd be on fire trying to write everything down.
Yeah, man, and to just to confirm what you were talking about with the 28 of Derek Connolly, walking by the pits, hearing him, coach him, making sure you're turning it off every chance you get. Engine off right now through turn 3 and 4 on the apron, saving everything he can. Turning on and off the engine, coasting. So he's made his bed here for the end of this stage. We're going to have to see if it works out for him or not.
That is going to be close. He might just be able to make it to the stage. I don't know if he is going to make it to pit stall to fuel up. That is the question. Not only that, but now see, the other part of it is you're throwing this out there, going for it, but anything can happen, and he's going for the win here. I like his move or his situation. However, we all know draft pack racing, anyone at any point in time can find a way to win a stage, to win the race. It doesn't take much to do that, to really upset someone's plans. So Derek is throwing it all out there for a stage win. Hunter Reynolds as well. That's if they win the stage. Only one person can win the stage. Who's it gonna be?
I'll tell you who I like. I like that 10 car sitting in third place right now, Robert Duvendak. He has about 2 more laps of fuel or somewhere in that range. But I don't think he's saving as much here. He's going to go hard charging because he's got the 23 of Rod Flag lined up on this restart right behind him. You know, Rod, he's got the tires, he's got the gas, he's going to the front. I think watch that 10 here on this restart to possibly make a 3-wide move and try to go to the front with the help of Rod Flag.
All right, here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. Derek Conley in control of this field, waiting for the green flag. There it is, and we are underway for a 5-lap shootout to the end of stage number 1. Duvendak in the 10 machine, closing up very quickly to the 28 of Conley, and Duvendak right there. I'm with you. I think Duvendak has enough fuel to possibly win this stage and get to his pit stall. Oh, it's Duvendak's gonna go airborne, up and over. Duvendak. Oh, heavy contact for the 10 machine. And that is not what he needed to see, because that was ground, sky, and that is never any fun. We go to our turn 3 instant replay. And Duvendak on the backstretch. End over end. Barrel rolls. And just like that, the fortunes change.
That changes everything. Looked like Robert Duvendak was thinking about going outside and then tried to do it at the last minute and just wasn't clear anymore into the outside wall and bang, shot out of a cannon, flipping, twisting, turning. I hope he's took some motion sickness pills, because inside of that car is probably pretty coated, what's left of it.
Taking some onboard looks here at Duvendak in the 10. Travis Elliott in the 51. Now we're on the 04, Mark Mann. And Duvendak. Well, I'm glad this is a simulator, because that 10 went for a ride. And word from race control, Derek Conley is our stage 2 winner. So the strategy worked for Conley. Wow. Wow.
Well, I mean, that's what these super speedways would do to you. I had you thinking about Robert Duvendak, and he was the man right there. Tristan Walker, I believe, won the race off of pit road. But, you know, we both were kind of convinced there, and just like that, boom, everything changes. Derek Connolly gets the stage win. Looks like a genius up on top of that pit box. So, heck of a job to him and his crew.
Man, oh man, what a race this is shaping up to be. Let's get a quick word in with our stage 2 winner. That is none other than the 28 of Derek Conley. Derek, you got your ears on, bud?
Hey, how's it going?
It is going great. You found a way to win stage number 2. Tell us about this stage and what it took to win it.
Well, it wasn't the stage we wanted to win. We really wanted stage number 1. That just didn't play out for us, so we had to take a little gamble on this one. I barely had any gas left in my tank, and I was just honestly on a hope and a prayer that there would be a caution, and ended up lucking out that there was one. If there wasn't, I was going to have to pit for fuel, and that would have been the brakes on that. So that's what that took.
Well, It did. We were talking about how you were making your stretching your fuel in a last-ditch effort to win a stage, and it looked like a good strategy for you. And then this caution came out and it really solidified it for you. Did you steal the lucky horseshoe from Rod Flag?
I don't know if I stole it from Rod Flag. Hopefully I took it from Rick Seabrands, who I know he's riding in the back right now. He got caught up in an accident earlier. I think he got caught up in this most recent accident as well. So we're going to see if we can continue this luck. We'll have like 50 laps to go once we take the green flag. If I win, I might end up buying a lottery ticket, but that's an hour away. We're just trying to tick off lap by lap.
All right, Derek Conley, driver of the 28 machine, winning stage number 2. Nice job, man. Congratulations. And I'll tell you what, that is a wild stage number 2 here as well. So guys, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to step away for a moment. We'll be right back to bring you stage number 3, 50 lap shootout to the end of this race. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, pace car is off. We are green flag racing once again as the 12 of machine of Tristan Walker, and the 35 of Doug Rice out front right now. The 28 of Derek Conley pushing the 12 of Walker, the 95 of Mayer shoving the 35 of Doug Rice. Doug Rice in the 35 picked up a race win earlier this season and has struggled to find his way back to victory lane or even to run up front. Glad to see the 35 here once again. Gotta keep our eyes on him here tonight. Dave, these guys really have put on a great show. Stage 1, Stage 2 in the books. Now we are at our 50 lap sprint to the end of this race. What are you thinking so far?
I'm kind of looking at the back of the pack right now with Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, I believe Anthony English is right there, as well as Scott Bellum. They're kind of just hanging out. Two small little two-car teams, I guess is what I would call it. Just kind of hanging out. Rick Seabrands does have a little bit of damage, but I think I would probably be hanging out with these guys back here, just away from some of that crazy action up front. Not really wanting to risk it with 50 laps to go. Maybe around, I don't know, 25 laps to go or so, or after the green flag pit stop, that's when I would get up front. But you know, some of these drivers, Tristan Walker, he's not going to let out. He's going to lead this thing as long as he can with a push from the 28 of Derek Connolly. So, I mean, it's two different strategies, two different styles at this point in time in the race.
The 12, Tristan Walker, thought maybe he got a little bit of a tap, but no, he was just moving up in front of Doug Rice to throw a block on that outer lane. And that is going to open up the groove for Derek Conley to squeeze on by. Doug Rice in the 35 finds himself all by himself along the wall. No help in that 35 machine. And now Derek Conley back to the front with a teammate behind him in the Fuel Sim Racing 26 machine of Hunter Reynolds.
Wherever these two cars are, that's where the leaders are, because that's where they've been pretty much all night. Derek Connolly, Hunter Reynolds. I mean, they're proving your little nickname for the team wrong right now there, bud.
They're freaking slow. Look at, they can't even do 220 miles an hour. Sure, they're doing close to 200, but real racing happens at 220.
I don't want no part of real racing, then.
Well, I'll tell you, things happen fast at 20 miles an hour. Ooh.
Might get F1 cars maybe on the straightaways right before, possibly with the DRS help, but that's... Whew.
Indy cars at Indianapolis, no problem.
Yeah, I'm good. Good.
That's in iRacing. I have never been over 220 miles an hour in a vehicle in my life. Love to go that fast. Oh, man, love speed. All right, back to the racing. The 52, Sean McCarrick. Look at him. The 52 machine, who's caught up in an earlier incident, finds his way back to the front with a nice recovery by the MAV T52. Now he is up here mixing it up with the leaders. So is the 39 of Jacob Gaddam Sayers. A good recovery by those two drivers.
Yeah, Jacob recovering from an earlier incident. Already back up there up front inside the top 10. So great job from him being resilient. That's one thing I can say about a lot of the drivers out here is there is absolutely no quit in any of them. Things starting to look like they're calming down a little bit with this front pack, but give it 2 or 3 laps. Somebody's going to get an inch, and we're going to have 3 wide again.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little separation now, and I try and recover. 77 of David Booth is mixed in with this lead pack. So is the 62 of Les Levy. We have not got to talk about these a whole lot. But this last lap motorsports team, here they are getting towards the end of the race. We're on the downhill side of it, just 6 laps past the halfway point. Haven't talked about them in the opening 2 stages, but now they are part of this lead pack that has about a half-second lead over the 2 of David McCullough and the 84 of Aspen Belvin. So there they are, trying to make their presence felt.
Yeah, working lap 57 out of 100 here tonight for the OP Racing Super Speedway Series. Looks like we're starting to get, I want to call it just 2 packs because, I mean, Alex Green and Rod Flag, they're kind of in the middle of no man's land there. Looks like they're actually catching up as I say that. But those 2 cars are just kind of out by themselves a little bit. And then you got to look back to Rick Seabrand, Scott Bellum to find the next little pack of cars. So maybe pit strategy coming into play already. Some drivers thinking ahead of the game. What's going to happen? When are they going to stop? They is somebody who doesn't have to worry about anything right now, and that is the 28 of Derek Connolly, still up there, up front, leading 31 out of 58 laps here tonight, but the 12 of Tristan Walker with a huge push from the 95 of James Mayer, trying to get the lead once again, not able to do it. Connolly maintains the lead through 3 and 4.
Derek Conley putting on a dominating performance so far here. As you said, he has led 31, now make it 32 laps here tonight. Trying to gain some lost ground in the point standings. And Derek comes out under adverse situations here tonight. Mentally, got to have a difficult situation. He's got some stuff going on with his family. We want to send our condolences and just some well wishes to the Conley family. Hope that everything turns out all right. But Derek, right now, doing a great job under the situation that he is in. Found a way to win stage number 2. Has had a great night all night long in that 28 machine. Hopefully he can find a way to cap it off, but man, it is going to take a lot of work, and it is difficult to win these things here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Series, because any one of these drivers that is on the lead lap has a shot at winning.
That they do, and I'll tell you something, to be honest, from personal experience, there's nothing like the therapy you can get when you are behind the wheel of a race car, whether it be in real life or a sim. You can just kind of get into your own zone, your own world, and kind of everything disappears for a little while. So, as you said, you know, our best wishes to the Connolly family, and maybe he can bring home a trophy here tonight, just for good measure.
Check in on a few other drivers here. Chase Swery in the 11 and the 02 of David Overstreet. That is 21st and 22nd. David Overstreet in the 02 does find himself 1 lap down. He is running in 22nd spot. We do have 1 car out of the race, scored in 23rd place. That is the 116 of Mike Schultz. So an early exit for Schultz, and not the race he would have liked to have had. Let's see if we can't get a quick word in with the 116 of Mike Schultz. Mike, you got your ears on, bud? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
We see that the 116 is packed up, called it a night. Can you tell us a little bit about your race?
I really don't know what's going on. I haven't packed it up yet, boys. Just gonna try to go out and scavenge points here. I really don't know what's going on. Good news is we've ordered a new motor / computer for hopefully it should be here by Wednesday, and we'll see if it helps me out here. I don't know what's going on.
All right, well, bad luck for you. Glad to see that you haven't given up yet. Hopefully you can get some lucky breaks and survive, gain a few more spots. I like the no-quit attitude, man, but tough break for you here tonight. Before we let you go, while you can, any shout-outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Like normal, OP Racing Series is a great league, and happy to run with y'all and what you guys do up in the booth, and to give my team, the Sean McCurg and Rod Flag, the best of luck here. And my goal is just to turn laps here and hopefully not finish dead last like I am right now, and hopefully we can scavenge some points for the team here.
All right, Mike. Well, glad to see you rolling back out there. We'll let you get after it. Mike Schultz, driver of the 116 machine, had some issues, had to pull behind all for a minute. Looks like he's got it sorted, getting back out there, but he is 13 laps to come.
And watching the race in action on track, KR, the 04 of Mark Mann and that 5-car pack that I was saying was hanging back some, managed to slowly work their way up, now sniffing the draft of the lead pack here. Those cars, those 5 cars actually can go a couple laps longer on fuel as well, so this could shape up to be a little bit of that pit strategy I was talking about, unless a caution comes out, which I really would hate to see one, because I want to see how this thing plays out right here, because 5-lap difference, I think they're going to be able to take a splash at some point in time.
Did you say Mark Mann in 04?
Batman?
Batman. We're gonna try and give him that one for luck. The Mark Mann in the 04 out on track, has a few more laps to go before he has to hit pit road. However, we do have several cars making that breakaway for pit road, including our leader who pitted from the lead, the 28 of Derek Conley, on the pit road with a teammate in the 26, Hunter Reynolds. Josh Milam in the 7 machine as well, joining the FSR guys on the pit road. Christian Walker inherits the lead. The 95 of James Mayer pushing him right now. These two have the track all to themselves. Aspen Belvin in the 84 machine finds himself behind the 11 of Chase Berry, and now they are going to break away to pit road. Mayer in the 95 stays out, but he is going to be swallowed up very quickly by this pack that is led by the 04 of Mark Mann and the 4 of Rick Seabrands, those two from Alliance Motorsports. And the Alliance Motorsports stable includes Anthony English, James Mayer, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, and Robert Tumendak. Ooh.
It looked like right there, Rod Flag threw that horseshoe out and jumped in with these guys right here to get with them on their pit stop.
Rod Flag in the 23, aggressive entry on the pit road there. Everyone gets it slowed down. We are working our first set of green flag pit stops. Mark Mann in the 04 currently scored as the race leader. Hits his pit box, sort of, has to back up. Now he's into it. Everyone else in their stalls cleanly. First car up to speed is the 12 of Tristan Walker. He has got the 11 of Chase Berry tucked onto his back bumper. Chase Berry is 1 lap down. He's the first car and only car 1 lap down. So those two are trying to stay out front for all they are worth. David McCullough in the 2 has the 84 of Aspen Belvin working with him, but Derek Conley has 2 other teammates, Hunter Reynolds in the 26 and the 7 of Josh Milam working with him. They are up to full speed as they are going to motor right on past these drivers working their way off of pit road. Contact made. Mark Mann, David McCullough, Aspen Belvin getting involved. Heavy contact as these cars came off of pit road. A little bit of confusion there as some cars were working their way off of pit road. Taking out the 04 of Mark Mann. David McCullough, Les Levy, Aspen Belvin involved. Mark Mann in the 04, Anthony English in the 40. So a little bit of confusion there, a little tight racing here at Daytona. And we're under caution here as we had just got through the cycle of green flag pit stops.
Wow, wow, wow.
So that is going to settle down and score the 4 of Rick Seabrands as our race leader. Christian Walker in second. Rod Flag third. Derek Conley fourth. Rounding out your top 5 be the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Chase Berry in the 11. Not yet been given the wave around. I think he should get that this time. There goes the 11 at Chase Berry, so he does have the wave around this time. But a big stack up. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what. These guys.
Blink of an eye, man. Blink
That's
of an
all
eye.
it takes. You look away for half a second, start thinking about something coming up in front of you, and the problem happens behind you.
That puts the end of this race in an interesting mode as well. I mean, do you split it in half? Do you run it dry the first time? Only take a splash to the end? I mean, it's adding to the, I guess, suspense would be the word I'm looking for, but man, we don't really need any extra. These guys giving us 2 wide, 3 wide lap after lap. So, I mean, just more to think about now.
Yeah, man, what a wild race we've been having. Hey, I'll tell you what, let's take a moment here and let's see if we can't talk to the driver of the 95 machine. That is none other than Alliance Motorsports 95, James Mayer. James, you got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, the 95 right now is sitting in 4th place. Tell us a little bit about your race here tonight.
Well, it's been a wild night. A lot of 3 wide, which is kind of unexpected. I've been trying to keep the Alliance Motorsports Chevy up front and out of trouble. I got a little bit of damage, about 10 seconds on the right front there, so hopefully it doesn't hold us back too bad, but hopefully Alliance Motorsports can get together here and pull a win out of it.
Well, James, right now you find yourself in 4th place. You started 3rd, found a way to lead a lap. What is it going to take for these next 30 laps or so, keep that 95 out front and win this thing?
Well, I think it's going to take some teamwork with Alliance Motorsports here, and maybe find a couple of friends along the way. Keep it toward the front, have a good pit stop, hopefully make it a 1 more, and send it for the finish.
Well, James, I'll be your friend.
I could always use one.
The 95 sitting in 4th place, man. Nice job so far tonight. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Of course, you guys up at the booth, everybody watching and tuning in, all the guys at OP that put this together, and all the guys at Alliance Motorsports that they'll keep it entertaining for me.
All right, well, thank you for taking a time out of what I'm sure was a strategy building session. The 95 Alliance Motorsports machine, piloted by James Mayer. And Dave, these guys, I tell you what.
I mean, looking at your top 4, I don't know who I like for the win here. I mean, you got Rick Seabrand sitting there in first, the 12 of Tristan Walker, who we know is not scared to jump outside or jump 3 wide. He's right there. Rod Flag, I'm going to call him the Horseshoe Man from now on. Just, I don't know. Every time I say his name now, I think of horseshoes. I mean, he's right there, already been to victory lane multiple times this season. No, he's always fast, taking a lot of poles out there this season too. So, I mean, I don't know who's the favorite here. As looks like the pace car's broke once again. Lights aren't flashing anymore. Headlights are all jacked up again. I don't know, man. We got to get rid of this thing.
You know, right here, right now, I am petitioning to have the Chevy Silverado as the official pace car for OP Racing's race series on Monday nights. That Ford Mustang is just ugly. It's fugly.
I'll go ahead and cast my vote now. I vote with KR. Let's get rid of this. I don't even like saying it. Get rid of this thing.
This butt stain.
Get a real vehicle out there.
The butt stain. Every time you get in one, it leaves a stain on your butt.
They used to be good cars, and then I don't know who took over. I don't know.
Oh, we're having too much fun up here. All right, lights are out. That means hopefully we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Rick Seabrand's gonna restart on the inside of Tristan Walker in the 12. Rod Flag in the 23. The 95 of James Mayer. Green flag is out, and these guys back up to speed. Here we go once again. Lap 72 now being worked over. Everyone jockeying for position. Rod Flag wasting no time getting to the back bumper of Rick Seabrand's in the Ford machine. They are working their way on that inside line, hugging the yellow line, the outside of 12 machine. Christian Walker with a good run. He's going to move down to the inside lane. That is going to leave Travis Elliott outside lane with the 95 of James Mayer. Two cars here desperate for some help, but we have seen time and time again, all it takes is two cars in that outer lane to keep pace with everyone on the inside.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a planned move or not, but that 51 of Travis Elliott jumped out there behind the 12 of Tristan Walker, almost like it was a planned move. The 95 giving him just enough room. That was enough to push the 12 of Walker to the lead as he's hugging that yellow line with a push from the Ford. Rick Seabrand's outside. Travis Elliott still trying to get to the lead with a push from the 95 of James Mayer. David McCullough coming out of nowhere on the outside with help from Alex Green. Will he tuck in or go three wide? He stays tucked in. Back to the line to take lap 75.
The 12 of Tristan Walker led that lap, but can he lead another one as the 51 of 51 of Travis Elliott? Those two have a problem with the 12 and the 51. Their numbers are literally inverse of each other, and they're both their names start with T. I'm not getting paid enough to keep track of it.
But your kryptonite name isn't here tonight, so I thought you'd be okay.
Yeah, I do miss that 38. Anyway, here we go, down the backstretch. The 51 gonna have a good run. Maybe not enough to clear him by the time they hit 3 and 4. Or I'm sorry, 1 and 2. But he had a good run there, and the 51 did lead that lap. Rick Seabrand's in the 4. Meanwhile, is trying to find an opening to get some clean air on the nose of that thing. I'll tell you, that 4 and that 23, they're only happy if they are out front. So keep your eyes on what they are going to do here to make that happen. Do want to check in on some other drivers here. Anthony English in the 40, despite being in our last caution or previous caution. He finds himself in 20th spot, still on the lead lap, but he is the last car on the lead lap. Mike Schultz in the 116 machine, he is still 23rd, and he is 12 laps down. David Overstreet in 21st place finds himself 2 laps down. However, he is the first car scored any number of laps down. He is out running by himself right now. he would be someone that would benefit from some cautions. Mark Mann in the 04 and 22nd spot. He is also running all by himself. However, he is 3 laps down. Not the night he would like to have, but it's the one he's got, and he is trying to make do with what he has. The no quit attitude here tonight, as every car we started is still running out on track.
Scary moments there up front while we were working our way through the field for Travis Elliott. Had a slight bump, wiggled around for a minute. That shuffled things up. David McCullough gave him a push to the front. Now he looks for the lead with help from Alex Green on that outside lane. Not quite able to clear him. Now he drops to the bottom to take the lead in 3 and 4.
David McCullough in the 2 machine. All by himself with White Trash Racing, missing his 2 other teammates here tonight. Chris McCullough and Kenneth McCullough unable to make it. And David McCullough in the 2 leads his first lap of the night. We're looking about 21 laps to go.
And will that last stop be made? Who's talking to who? What alliances are being made? I know you know, some of these guys got teammates out there, but you can only be teammates and keep a plan so long before you got to look out for yourself. So David McCullough definitely out there on his own, going to be looking for some alliances. Wonder who he's going to be talking to, who's going to help him out. 15 of Alex Green not going away on that outside. The 23 of Rod Flagg jumps out there behind James Mayer. We're back to the line side by side. David McCullough still your leader.
Alex Green in the 15 though. He has now got his nose out in front of the 2 for a moment as they go through the corners. That inside lane gonna gain some ground. Here comes the outside lane once they get to the straightaway. Will the 15 have enough momentum to make a move to the inside? Not this straightaway, as the 51 really shoved the 2 that time. And Alex Green in the 15 losing about 3 spots here through 3 and 4.
And that was an amazing push by the 51 of Travis Elliott on David McCullough to almost clear those top 3. Christian Walker almost clearing that outside lane, being led still by the 15 of Alex Green and James Mayer, starting to slowly make their way back up. Rod Flagg still out there with them. Derek Connolly right behind Rick Seabrands, about the 4th or 5th car on the inside line. So, I mean, pit stop's got to be coming soon. These guys got to start thinking about that with only about 19 laps left here to go out of 100. This should get good any moment.
Through the trial, this pack goes. Find ourselves 20 cars on the lead lap. 23 cars still out there running. We started 23. All 23 running various condition. Some of them have damage, some of them don't. Some of them have a fast repair still to go. Some of them do not. If you don't know, one fast repair is available. Each driver here in this series, a lot of them like to try and hold on to it until the final stage, which is where we are at. We're looking at just about 18 laps to go this time by. Maybe if I take my shoes off and do some counting, there's 6. There's at least 6 laps left.
Remind me to take your calculator away. You are no longer allowed to use it.
Not wrong.
I don't know if it's right either.
Listen, 2 things can be true at once. I'm an idiot, and I can't.
Ooh, almost contact between the 51 and the 15 there. That was a little close. But want to mention real quick, we haven't talked about Scott Bellum very much, but look at him right there, just outside the top 10 in that outside lane, slotted in the 11th position. And your other man there, the 39, I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to let you do it.
Jacob, got him! Sayers.
I don't know. I just like it when you do that.
Well, Jacob Sayers in the 39 machine. He's been around for a while. Been in several of my broadcasts, and he's a good guy. Kind of a pain in my butt, but I like him nonetheless.
I know where you can go for that pain in the rear. You can stop by that 62 pit stall, Les Levy, and he'll be glad to have his product girls give you a hand.
He's got that gentle bite.
I don't want nothing to do with that tip. I don't care if it's gentle or not.
Les Levy finds himself in 14th spot, starting in 6th place. Has not had the night he would like to have. Les Levy is never happy unless he is out front and winning. Right now, the 62 has a little bit of work to do. Finds himself in 14th, but he is still in this thing, still has a shot at winning. We are side by side down through the tri-oval to complete another lap. Down into turn number 1 and 2 we go. These guys really starting to feel the crunch now of the laps running out.
Speaking of laps running out, KR, looking at some of the data here, looks like some of the cars peppered through this lead pack are running short on fuel. Look for a lot of cars to be coming to pit road any minute now. In the next, I would say, 2 laps, we're going to have a massive amount of cars come down pit road.
Speaking of, here we go. Several cars broke away, including the 2. I'm sorry, not the 2. The 51 of Travis Elliott, the 12 of Tristan Walker, the 28 of Derek Conley. The 2 machine of David McCullough did stay out. Alex Green in the 15, he stayed out as well. Those guys gonna make 1 more lap, maybe 2. They're gonna try and run their tanks dry. James Mayer in the 95. Everyone just made a move right there down the backstretch to get single file. I expect to see this pack of drivers hit pit road this time. Here they come. David McCullough in the 2, very aggressive on the pit road. He is sideways, and he is going to make a little bit of contact with the wall. Great save by the 2 of David McCullough. Cost him a lot of time. However, that car stays straight. A good entry on for the 2. A good save at the pit entrance. Wow, that was too exciting for me to comprehend.
Yeah, KR, while you were watching that excitement, I was watching Rod Flag, and man, if he didn't just Kyle Busch that pit entry, I don't think you can find anything better than that. I mean, he came from miles away to basically winning that little race off the pit road there.
Rod Flag wins the race off the pit road, scored as your race leader, but he is not up to speed. The 7 of Josh Milam is, and Josh Milam now really starting to close the gap on Rod Flag. He is a full head of steam. He's got 2 cars working with him. That is the 12 machine of Tristan Walker and the 84 of Aspen Belvin. Can they get up to the 23 of Rod Flag before they lose their momentum? Here they come. They clear the 95 of James Mayer easily. Mayer now trying to use the draft to close the gap. They close in on Rod Flag. Milam to the outside. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Josh Milam in the 7, your race leader.
Luckily for Rod Flag, though, 2 more packs of cars coming right behind him. James Mayer picks him up. Alex Green goes by in the 15 with a push from David McCullough. Looks like that 7 of Josh Milam, his trio of cars, not gonna actually squirt away too far as the 15 starting to make some headway on the outside. going by the 52. Not sure what happened with him going a lap down here, but there you see Alex Green trying to work his way to the front, not quite able to get it. Josh Milam scored as your leader that time by, but Alex Green coming back on entry to 1.
Milam in the 7, looking for his first win of the season. He is now battling with the 15 of Alex Green, who is also looking for his first win of the season. These two drivers looking to solidify their chase hopes. They are quickly running out of races as we are past the halfway point for the regular season. Get a win and you are into the playoffs. You've got to get that win, and it takes a monumental effort just to pick up a race win here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Series, let alone do it more than once. And tonight we have one car out there that has more than one win this season, and that is the 23 of Rod Flagg. And he finds himself in 6th place right now, 3rd car in the outside lane.
As we were working 10 laps to go, reaching turn 3, Josh Milam with a good lead. Not sure he wants to have that big of a gap. That's going to allow Alex Green and David McCullough to make up some ground on the outside. Now passing, trying to make the pass. There it is at the line. Alex Green goes down, takes over the lead on the inside line. Rod Flagg with a push now on David McCullough. There you see the experience of that 23 finding victory lane at the end of races already this season. Will he find it again tonight?
Down this Daytona backstretch they go, side by side. We still have 19 cars on the lead lap, all 19 cars capable of winning tonight's race. 9 laps to go. This time by will make it 8 laps to go. See, 9 minus 1 is 8. I can do math. And the 15 of Alex Green out front, in front of the 7 of the FSR, Josh Milam. David McCullough in the 2 machine, leading the charge in the outside lane. Rod Flagg in the 23, tucked in right behind him. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, thinking about a 3rd lane. He's going to make it happen. He's got some help. And now we are 3 wide with 8 laps to go.
Watch for Hunter Reynolds to get a big push from that 51 in the 28 of Derek Connolly. Now it looks like the 11 of Chase Berry joins the party on the high line. Into the middle now is Chase Berry. Hunter Reynolds still charging hard, not able to get to the 15 just yet. Side by side, made it to the 15, that time by barely outside lane. He will be the way to go. Not letting up just yet, still 3 wide, 2 deep. Here comes the run from the middle lane in the high side.
Hunter Reynolds leading that 3rd lane. It is a drag race to turn number 3. Who can stay formed up? Who can stay on the back bumper? With 7 laps to go, you're going to start pushing until your engine blows. Who can manage their temperatures and hold on to this race win? Alex Green in the 15 with a good little shove there from the 7 of Josh Milam. Going to lead that lap. 6 laps to go. Now we got the 39 of Jacob Sayers staying in the inside lane. He's not going to be a factor here. And Alex Green out front now by 2 car lengths over the 2 of David McCullough.
Just as I was thinking, Rod Flagg was going to try to jump out there in front of the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Hunter Reynolds in that outside line, able to close the distance, close the door, make a run through 3 and 4 here. 3 wide for the lead off of turn 4.
The 26 of Hunter Reynolds by about a car length. The 2 of David McCullough down in the inside lane. That puts Alex Green 2nd car in the inside lane. Hunter Reynolds led that lap Now he finds himself in the middle lane. The 51 machine is on the outside, gonna fall back a little bit through 1 and 2 here. And these guys really are starting to ramp it up with 5 laps to go. David McCullough in the 2 on the inside, hugging that yellow line. Does not want to give up that inside lane to the 15 to Alex Green, but he has got to be mindful of the run that will happen in the outer lanes.
Got to be careful covering that yellow line too through the corners. That will definitely upset the cars, slow the momentum down. The outside lane looks like it's slowly falling apart. Now only 3 cars. Middle lane has the most cars, but the short way around the track is the bottom. David McCullough still your leader with the push from the 15 of Alex Green. Josh Milam following suit, 3rd car on the inside. Hunter Reynolds looking for the lead now with a push from Rod Flag down the back stretch. Big move from
contact.
the 15.
Scott Bellin went around. Chase Berry's gone around. The 12 machine of Christian Walker involved as well. And this caution is going to set up our first attempt at a green-white checkered. We go to our replay here. We're going to find out what happened. Alex Green in the 15. Got Bellum in the 07. That was a product of drivers just trying to find somewhere to go. Take another look at it.
It looked like the 15 maybe just misjudged a little bit. You know what happened from there.
Aspen Belvin in the 84 getting a piece of this gun spinning through the grass. We go on aboard with Aspen Belvin. Really just looks like a product of hard racing coming to the end of this race. Take one more look at it here. Rick Seabrand's in the 4 wisely through the grass, able to hold on to it, avoids any contact. But Hunter Reynolds in the 26, going to be your race leader. Oh my goodness. What a handful of laps that was.
Absolutely, and Rod Flag out of nowhere, down pit road. Was running, I believe, 2nd or 3rd here. Goes down pit road. Not sure if the 4 tires is really kind of worth it at this point in time. A green-white checkered, he's going to be way back in the field, at least 14th, 15th position. Not sure what happened there.
I think he got a little piece of damage. The time he spent on pit road tells me that he was having some damage worked on. Wanted to make sure all of his fenders were straight, giving him the best shot at getting through.
It is 2 laps at 200 miles an hour, at least for one of those laps. So it's possible. I've seen further back come up for the win. So, it's possible. And you always have to remember, we could have a second green-white checkered. So, could be sitting in the catbird seat with straight fenders and 4 tires. But I think I'm going to call the race winner here for you right here, right now. I'm going to go with that 28 of Derek Connolly. I think he's going to get the job done on this green-white checkered right here, KR.
Well, with that being said, we're going to step away for a minute, guys. We'll be right back to bring you the finish of this race. No one go anywhere. This is the Turn 3 Racing Network.
Racing. You wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are in attempt number 1 for a green-white checkered. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, choosing the outside lane. Travis Elliott in the 51 on his inside. Here we go. Green flag is out, and we are back underway to try and finish this thing. And 51 of Elliott out by a car length, or half a car length, I should say, as the looks like they go into 1 and 2. The 77 of David Booth, he has gone around, he's gone into the wall. Heavy damage by the 77 machine, as we are going to go back under yellow here. Heavy damage for David Booth in our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Only lasted just a handful of feet.
And that's gonna put it where these guys. This is it for them right here, isn't it, KR?
2 attempts at a green-white checkered, but that replay showed that it looked like the 40 of Anthony English, the 35 of Doug Rice, conspired to ruin the night of the 77 of David Booth. It was a rough ending to David Booth's night here. Hopefully he can get back out on track and a good race going, but heavy damage by that 77. Don't know if he's going to be able to make it. But this race, well, here we go. Attempt number 2 at a green-white checkered.
So who's gonna put it all out there? Who's gonna lay their tongue out there and just lick it and send it?
I don't know, that 51. He's got that sniff of fresh air. It's gonna be tough to beat. 26, 100 Reynolds always has a trick or two up his sleeve. I don't know.
See, here you go. Here's another question. Do you block on that first lap or make a move on that first lap, knowing if something happens, that's the end of the race? Right there, if the caution comes back out before we get the white flag, that's going to end the night. So do you make that move before or after the white flag has been waved?
Listen, I'm a broadcaster. I have to make these driving. I'm going to tell you, I want to be the pace car, because if I'm the pace, if I don't come off the track, that means no one can pass me. I can lead all the laps.
So what I'm hearing is you want to ride a pony.
No, I don't want to be the pace car. I didn't say I want to be a butt stink.
Well, I tried.
But and what do? Knowing that you have a green-white checkered, knowing that means you got 2 laps to get all you can. If you are the race leader, you've got to make your car as wide as possible. You've got to get the best start of life. And then you have got to use your rear view mirror and make your car as wide as you can, but you have got to have good timing. because if you do it too late, you end up spinning yourself trying to cut across the nose of someone who's trying to get by you. If you do it too early, you're going to open up a lane and someone can squeeze on by. Your timing has got to be perfect. Your car has got to be as wide as possible. And you can't make mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm any of the top 3, 4 right here, I'm having my spotter walk around to everybody and go ahead and apologize now, because when the green flag waves, I'm pressing the gas and either I'm pushing you to the win or I'm moving you for the win. One of the two is gonna happen. Sure, that's gonna be the mindset on some of the drivers out there. So Travis Elliott with a big task at hand to keep this tough field. I mean, we're still, what, 17 cars on the lead lap? So we're going to have 17 cars with a shot at a win here. Anything can happen at these super speedway plate tracks. So, I mean, it's a big task to keep this entire field behind him. Gonna have to see if he's up for the challenge or not. We'll find out here in about another minute or so.
Find out. That is the one thing for sure. That is the one thing we know. We will find out. All right.
I think if I was the 51, I'd want to hear "Get Her Done" a couple times as I'm coming up to the to take the green flag, just to pump me up a little bit. Maybe a little Twisted Sister would "Get Her Done" in the background. Fire you up.
Travis Elliott in the 51 machine finds himself in this field. Our second and final attempt at a white checkered. Already has one win on the season. Lights are out on the pace car. Now, can the 51 of Elliott find a way to win 2 races in a season? It is very hard to be a multi-winner here in the OP Racing Super Speedway Series. So far, Rod Flag in the 23 is the only one that has 2 wins on the season. Can the 51 pull it off? Hunter Reynolds in the 26. He would like to pick up his first win of the season. Derek Conley, David McCullough, those guys very hungry for wins as well. Let's not forget the 15, Alex back there in the 3rd row outside, along with the 7 of Josh Milam. Any one of these guys out here on the lead lap has a shot at winning this thing, and all it takes for the dice to fall in their favor. This race, that's all I can say. This race, OMG. Here we go. Lights are out on the Ford butt stain. Travis Elliott in the 51, looking to pick up his 2nd win of the season. Hunter Reynolds wants to have his first win. Here we go. Pace car is off. Green flag is out, and we're underway for our final shot at this race. Green, white, checkered, number 2. Here we go. Travis Elliott has the lead for the moment. Hunter Reynolds looking for some help from Derek Conley in the 28. Down through 1 and 2 they go. David McCullough shoving the 51 for all that he can. We are seeing these guys battle tooth and nail down the backstretch.
James Mayer with a move from the inside line to the middle lane to put Alex Green 3 wide. Rick Sebrands follows through the middle, now to the bumper of the 95 as they try to work back to the 28 of Derek Connolly and Hunter Reynolds coming back to the line to take the white flag. Travis Elliott still your leader with a push from David McCullough. Last lap, white flag is out. Hunter Reynolds on the outside going into turn 1.
Down into 1 and 2 they go. Travis Elliott with the lead. Hunter Reynolds on the outside lane. Can he get the run down the backstretch he needs to pull ahead of Travis Elliott? So far, it is not happening just yet, but they are working door to door, trying to pinch each other down. Here comes the 28 of Derek Conley. He's going to turn the 26. Josh Milam involved. Those guys going to back up into the wall. Here comes David McCullough in the 2, but he is not going to have the run. The 51 of Travis Elliott is going to get it done here tonight, and David McCullough ends up second. The 26 machine of Hunter Reynolds ends up in third place, and a big stack up behind them coming to the white flag, or I'm sorry, the checkered flag.
Oh, there's light on the flag too, KR. It's okay.
We're going to take a look at this as they entered into 3 and 4. Derek Conley, a little bump to the 26. Another bump that's going to send him down to the 7 of Josh Milam. Mike Schultz hard into the wall. Aspen Belvin, Rod Flagg, Robert Duvendak. All those guys getting involved. But our race winner, the 51 machine, Travis Elliott, getting it done here tonight. So guys, we're going to set up our post-race show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our driver interviews. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Turn 3 Racing Network post-race show, brought to you tonight by the OP Racing Super Speedway Series. And I have the 51 of Travis Elliott picking up his second win of the season. Congratulations, man. Job done. Way to go. Tell us about your race here tonight.
All in all, I think it was a pretty good race. Got involved in that caution. I think it was before stage 2. And just didn't really let it affect me and just kept going forward and racing hard all night.
Well, it didn't affect you a whole lot as you find your way into victory lane. The 51 picks up its second win of the season. And tonight's race, going to a second of 2 green-white checkers. When you saw the crash happening behind you, were you able to relax, or were you worried more about the 2 of David McCullough coming to your outside?
I really didn't notice that there was a crash. I knew that there was some movement behind, but I knew that the 2 was probably going to try to make a move He pushed really, really great on those last couple restarts that he was behind me, and I'm glad that we got to, finish under a green flag condition, like racing to the line like we did.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your second win of the season. So hard to do here in OP Racing. Found a way to make it 2 races that you have been out front when the checkered flag flies. Congratulations. Any shout outs or thank yous you need to give?
Yeah, just shout out to my team JSI. Being in chat with them, trying to strategize, keeping each other cool during the race. I want to thank you guys at Turn 3 for broadcasting our races and giving some great commentary. Shout outs to all of our admins, and shout out to the 2 car for just pushing really hard. Very underrated pusher, and hopefully he'll get a win this season soon, because I think he's due for one.
All right, that is Travis Elliott, driver of the 51 machine from the JSI stable. Congratulations. Nice job on picking up your second win of the season. Now it's time to go to Dave Worrell, who is caught up with our 3rd place finisher. That is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds.
That's right, KR. Finally catching up with that FSR driver, Hunter Reynolds. 3rd place here tonight. Not where you would like to finish, but got to be pleased with how you ended up for the night. Tell us how your race was out there.
Man, I had a great race. We were up front all night, pushing Derek to get his stage win. We got a 2nd and a 3rd or something like that in the stage, so a great night all in all for points. 2nd, 3rd in a week. I really can't complain about it though. Yeah, good points.
Speaking of good points night, looking forward to the chase here towards that championship. How are your thoughts on not just yourself, but your team working its way towards that ultimate goal this year?
Yeah, all in all, we can all get wins and locked into the chase. That would be ideal. If not, maybe if one of them needs it at the end of the day, because sitting pretty decent in points right now. I don't want to get too comfortable though, because we're still fighting for the chase. But if we can get us all in there, that would be amazing.
All right, well, once again, heck of a job out there tonight. Great points day all around for a lot of the guys there at FSR. Not quite the finish that some of your teammates were looking for. However, things like that happen here at plate tracks. What were your thoughts on that last green-white checker?
I just had to keep myself calm. Keep telling myself, like, I want top 3, so if I think about it too hard, I'm gonna mess up. So I was just keeping cool. We were keeping the guys cool as well. And all in all, I think we held our composure. It was just circumstance that got us in the end. Feel bad for Derek. He finished 12th, I believe. Josh got him a 6. So yeah, it was crazy. We had some great three-wide race too, which I was really proud of.
All right, Hunter, man. Well, before we let you go, get some IVs back in you, get some fluids running through your body. You want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, I do's, anything like that?
Yeah, Greens Garage Shop for coming on this year. All the guys at Fuel Sim Racing, the league admins for putting it on. Turn 3, you guys do a great job, and of course everyone watching. Really appreciate it.
All right, well, there you have it. Your 3rd place finisher here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. 100 laps for the OP Super Speedway Series. KR, one heck of a race once again.
It was one heck of a race from start to finish. I'll tell you what, OP Racing Speedway Series never disappoints. If you guys aren't watching this, you are missing out. And if you would love to join these guys on Monday night, hit them up for their OP Racing Feeder Series in the iRacing League tabs. Got to run a couple races in the Feeder Series and then get promoted up into the Monday Night League. And I'll tell you what, some of these drivers have been promoted this season. We are on the rookie side heavy this year. That just goes to show you what it takes. And Travis Elliott found a way to win tonight. Had great racing all night long through all the stages. And Travis Elliott winning tonight. Oh, I'm really at a loss for words of how great the racing was tonight.
Yeah, some amazing three wide action all throughout each stage. Some crazy strategies coming into play tonight as well. We had a little bit of everything mixed and peppered throughout the entire race. Weather holding off for us here tonight, unlike last week at Talladega. So thankful for that. Thankful for the amazing, just uncanny driving abilities of these drivers in the OP Racing Super Speedway Series. Man, KR, once again, man, thank you for bringing me up here and letting me enjoy this with you.
Well, you're welcome. But guys, one last order of business, and that is our results here tonight. Travis Elliott picking up the race win. David McCullough finishing second. Third place, Hunter Reynolds. Those guys taking the podium here tonight. Les Levy in the fourth. Catch my breath from all this racing action. The 62 of Les Levy gonna finish in fourth place. Rick Seabrand's fifth. Sixth place going to Josh Milam. James Mayer finds a way into seventh place. Sean McCarrick, eighth. Ninth, Anthony English. 10th, Doug Rice. Chase Berry ends up 11th. 12th going to Derek Conley. Scott Bellum, 13th. 14th will be Aspen Belvin. 15th, Robert Duvendak. 16th, Rod Flagg. 17th, Alex Green. Jacob Sayers, first car 1 lap down, will finish in 18th. Mark Mann, 4 laps down, finishing 19th. 20th going to David Booth in the 77 machine. David Overstreet in the 02, 21st. 22nd going to Tristan Walker. And 23rd will be Mike Schultz here tonight. And Will Weber operating our race control, keeping these drivers in check here tonight. So guys, that is going to do it for us here at Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is KR Stolfus with some help from Dave Worrell. Dave, thank you oh so much for joining me tonight. And guys, as we like to do, here's a video for OP Racing provided by Derek Conley, driver of the 28 machine, signing us off here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Join us next week, same time, same place, Monday night, as we do the bumpy Daytona 07 track. Guys, until then, well, just make sure you're here next week. Have a good night.
Warning, the following stunts are performed by idiots or under the supervision of stupider idiots. If you attempt to reenact any of these idiotic stunts you will see, you will be left with idiotic scars. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Alex Green. Welcome to OP Racing.